Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm happy to have you guys on. My name is Rachelle. I'm an emerald with this amazing company, and we're going to get started. I'm so glad that you decided to join us today. I know you could be anywhere else. Anywhere else. This is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day here at Indy, and where you are, I hope it's beautiful where you are. But either way, you decided to take a few minutes to spend some time with us so you can hear about this amazing information. And I'm so happy that you joined us. And what I would say, if anybody have any guests that you've invited, you don't see your guests on, I would say go ahead and take a moment, go ahead and call them. That's what I just did. I said, call them and say, we're about to get started because you don't want to miss this. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I asked Mr. Mike Newsom to be my co-host. And so I'm going to ask everybody if they can to try to keep their phone on mute so we won't give him too much work to do. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And you guys tell me when I get here if you can see. It's this one, I think. Um, yeah. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Did I hit my share? Let me share again. Let me do share. Let me come
We
over
can
here.
we
You
see the
see it
Zoom
now?
logo. Yes,
You
ma'am.
see it? All right. Awesome. Let me get rid of this. Come over here from the beginning. Okay. All right. So let me get rid of this. I think we got all that done now. All right. Well, again, welcome you guys. So what you're about to hear today is some great information. And please take notes. But if you are a guest, like I said, you don't want to make don't make any kind of have your mind running about any kind of solution. Just listen to the information because what you're going to hear, a lot of it you've never heard before. But what I will tell you that this is life-changing information. Again, my name is Rachelle. I'm an Emerald with this amazing company called Akana. And you know what we always say, Akana stands for something, and it means in the hands of God. Now, this is what you know that the health crisis that we are experiencing right now, many of us we are ignoring because right now we are in a huge crisis with heart disease, with cancer, with with diabetes, and have a shortened lifespan. The problem in the U.S. is that we are killing ourselves with our fart, which is a phrase that Melissa Boston coined several years ago. Because when you look at the original diet, you see it's so colorful. It's so colorful. We would just go out to our garden and just bring in, our fruits and vegetables. But unfortunately, a lot of people are not eating this now. A lot of people have now now they've gone over to the new diet. Would you see the new diet have no color? It has no color, just very bland. A lot of fried foods. The only thing that you may have on there that's a color is maybe that little lettuce that's on that sandwich. And that's the new diet, which is the problem. We have what we call the silent killer. Did you know in 2020, nearly 700,000 people, did you hear? You heard me right. 700,000 people died from cardiovascular disease. And about 1 in 5 heart attacks are silent. People don't even know they're walking around with a heart attack. So that may have been a mild heart attack, but usually after a mild heart attack, many times there comes the big one. But they don't even recognize that the damage is already done, but the person is just not aware of it. And also, an alarming number of our 14 to 19 years old are showing as much as 40% blocked arteries. But that's not even just only. I've talked to some doctors and they said that that's not, they've even come in earlier than that at 9 and 10 that they're showing signs of blocked arteries. And that should make us quiver in our shoes. But did you know there's a significance of age 45 for Black Americans, for African Americans? And what that is you are twice more likely to die from heart disease. Yes, at 45. And we're seeing that that's happening, which is a huge problem. But a lot of this can be turned around. We just got to know the information. So when we look at this, there's a dangerous level of atherosclerosis level, a dangerous level of atherosclerosis. When you look at that first picture, that's what you want. You want your outer wall not to be overly thickened. You want the epithelium to be, where the blood flow is coming through. That first picture is what we want. We want the blood to just flow through the way that it should flow through. But unfortunately, we're not seeing enough of that. Then we go to the second picture. It's okay, but it's starting to get a little bit of plaque buildup. You see the wall of it is starting to get a little thicker, but so it's okay. The blood is still flowing, so it's not a whole lot of hiccups in that at this point. But if we keep going, then we're going to look like it in picture number 3, where now you're probably starting to feel something in your body. You maybe not be sure because, like I just said, heart attacks, sometimes you have one you don't know. So you may feel and you may think it's this or it's this or it's gas or whatever. But now that you see the plaque is building more in those arteries, and when you get too much of plaque, look at the picture number 4. You get too much plaque, it's become a black artery, and that's where you may find yourself grabbing your chest, or you may find yourself your body's going numb from a stroke. So that's where the problem lies. So our vision is a world where everyone has access to the nutrition and the resources that they need to thrive, creating healthier, a more resilient community. Through personalized wellness for your blood type, we're breaking cycles of disease and poverty, empowering families to build a legacy of health and prosperity for generations to come. Now, there are 5 key reasons why these problems impact our communities. Now, if you got pencil and paper and you've never heard this, you might want to take a note of this. Number 1, lack of understanding our blood types. Yes, your blood types. And we at Kaman is committed to helping over 1 million families to learn their blood type. Now, there are 4 different blood types. We have a B, an O, and an AB. And then your blood type is a powerful genetic fingerprint that identifies you as sure as your DNA. Now, I'm going to explain what these blood types mean. So, if you are A blood type, you are more agrarian, nature's vegetarians. Yes, very little meat, right? So, you're more prone to digestive and heart issues. Red red meat, shrimp, crab, lobster, and dairy can be especially harmful to you. They are naturally more creative and inventive and require peace and harmony. Then we have the B blood type. That's more balanced. They thrive on a diverse diet, but chicken, shrimp, crab, and lobster can disrupt their health. They have a more balanced immune and digestive system, but they are resilient. They are resilient, but tend to suffer from things like autoimmune disease, IBS, and other issues. O blood types is our oldest blood type, which is my blood type. We thrive on high protein, but catfish, unfortunately, is not a friend. Pork, and neither is pork, dairy, and refined carbs. White wine and gluten can cause significant issues. We have a strong immune and a digestive system, but we tend to experience more like ulcers, arthritis, and thyroid issues. And then we have the combination A and B, which is complex, and modern. The rarest blood type, blending traits of A and B, and they must balance. Make sure I turn my phone off. And they must balance the dietary restrictions of both for optimal health. Now, your key to unlocking your body's nutritional blueprint is this is your blood type is your single most important determinant on how your body interacts with food that you eat. If those foods would cause inflammation, digestive problems, and our weight gain. When we see that first picture, they look like they're in optimal health. They're not carrying around all this extra food in their gut. And so it's like everything is working efficiently the way it should. And then we see the young man on the right. As we can see, he has several meals still in his gut. We don't want to call people porta potty, but a lot of because we need to eliminate. And when we see people with extended gut, that means that things are not eliminating. It's not just them being overweight, but they're not eliminating all the waste because of all the food that's there. And so we want to eliminate that because this is truly causing a lot of issues within our health. Now, our immune system is designed to protect us from lectins. And lectins is not our friend, okay? But our body is so amazing that the lectins that's in our body, they've been pushed off or sloughed off. Our bodies naturally do that. However, we still, where's that other 5% though? We still have 5% that gets filtered into the bloodstream where they react with and destroy our red and white blood cells, which we need nothing to destroy those. Now, I'm going to give you a sample about 5 foods. There's some of our the foods that is a person's things that you should eliminate, especially depending on your blood type. Excuse me. So if you are a excuse me, oh, this phlegm is coming up. So if you are A blood type, tomatoes, even though it's a fruit, bananas, tomatoes, bananas, like pork chops, or again that meat, white potatoes, shrimp. Those are things that you definitely should avoid. Now there's a whole list of foods, but those are some things you definitely should avoid. On B, you're a B, the balance. Chicken, I know, don't shoot the messenger, but we know chicken has been our friend for many years. But chicken is one of the things we should avoid. Avocados, black beans, shrimp, and other crab, other meat, food like crab and shrimp and all lobster and things like that. Oh, like myself, there's that catfish. We should avoid it. Avocados, oranges. And you'll see some of these things that look healthy, but it doesn't matter. It goes against your blood. Just like when you buy a car and they may say only certain type of gas you have to put in your car, because if you don't put the right gas in your car, it can make it start running a little ill, right? So just like our food, certain things we need to put in our body. So like I said, so with catfish, avocado, oranges, white wine, and cashews, which I used to really love cashews. I still do. I just don't really already eat them. And then we have AB. AB is a combination of both those blood types. So they have like they again, it's talking about the chicken, the bananas, black beans, avocados is a combination, and the shrimp is a combination of both foods. So you do want to learn your blood type. You may say, "Well, this is so important. Why am I not know about this?" But we're going to tell you about that because we do want to break the generational cycle. The power is in our hands, guys, because we want to break all this. We don't want this to continue to get pushed into our children, their children, and their children, just so you know how important the right blood is, and what you do with your blood. If they give you the wrong blood in a hospital, or you get some kind of blood transfusion, or and they give you the wrong blood, it will kill you. It could possibly kill you, and a high possibility. I've seen people having to get transfusions. Not even that long ago, I saw 2 people, and when I say they come in, they double check the wristband. What's your name again? Can you read me this? What's your name again? What's your date of birth? They do that 3 or 4 times to make sure they have the right person, they have the right blood, because they know if they give you the wrong blood, it can be something they have to deal with, because it literally can take you out of here. And so just like if you eat the wrong food, it can slowly also be killing you. So you say, like I said, you may say, why am I just learning that food impacts my blood cells based on blood type? That's a good question. Well, guess what? If it isn't taught in medical school or created by big pharma, it isn't promoting the United States. If it isn't about money, in a lot of cases, it's just not something that they talk about. But I have heard that people are doing more. They say they're starting to teach more of this. Thank the Lord. I hope they are. And with the doctors, upcoming doctors, we hope they do. But a lot of time, like I said, if it's not about money, then it doesn't make sense. So these are some of the things that where it says big business over profits, big business profits over people equals profits over people. So back in the day, you see people, even the doctors on TV, smoking cigarettes. Cigarettes are good for you, and there's no issues. Well, we know that cigarettes cause cancer, and a lot of people left here because of cancer, because they were smoking 2 and 3 packs of cigarettes a day. So that wasn't true. We talk like these trans fats that we put in, like our margars and stuff like that. It's clogging up those arteries. I was just telling you about trans fats. Another one, 5G cell phones. They started building 5Gs all around. And that's just more of this coming into our body, just breaking down our cells. GMOs, all this genetically modified food, and milk is the biggest white lie they told. It really was a black lie, I must say, because it said, "Does your body good?" No, it does anything but doing your body good. So there are countries that did adhere to the blood type philosophy. Japan is one of those countries, and they're one of the top ones where they say that thrive on health is Japan. They brought it to the United States. The United States all said, "Oh, well, no, we don't need that. That's not something we need." So they just pushed it off, and they just literally pushed it off, and we didn't adhere to that blood type. But let me tell you, when we did that, this is what happened. The life expectancy, this is one of the reasons why this happened. Japan, who took it on welcomely, they said they are now our first healthiest country out there. People normally in Japan live to see around or more 84.6 years of life. Yes, they live a long time, right? And so, but in the United States, we are number 50. We are one of the worst, and we're supposed to be the land flowing with milk and honey. We're supposed to be that, but we are the 50th unhealthy company. Country out there. You know, Americans live about almost 10 years. Um, let's see, almost 10, like 12 years. They live to be see about 76 years. I mean, 76 years or so. That's normal Americans live about 70. I say normal Americans, but the reason I said that because African Americans is they only live to see around 71.8 years of life. African Americans. Remember, I told you at 45, what I just say. So yeah, and this is something we have to change, you guys. If they did it over in Japan and they were successful, why couldn't we start doing it here? By following your blood type, this is some reason why you want to follow that. Anecdotal evidence that shows millions of people reported positive improvements by adhering to the blood type practices. You can protect yourself from common viruses and infections and take a stand against life threatening diseases. You can achieve your ideal weight, slow the aging process, and cleanse your blood of toxins and unhealthy fats. Exactly. So, but we have some dangerous level. Number two, we have some dangerous levels of oxidation. So I know many of you, if you've bought any bananas in the last couple of years, you see that back in the day, they lasted a lot longer than they are now. You'll see where those bananas start turning, brown. They turn brown, and you don't take eat them in your house, but maybe 2 or 3 days, and you'll see you can start buying. You can buy them almost green, and they turn very quickly. So that's where oxidation is set in. It's the same as those nails. Leave some nails outside, let it rain or be misty outside for a few days, and see what happens. They turn rusty. That's that oxidation. Well, guess what? That's what's happening in our body because we don't have enough natural, that first diet, we don't have enough of those foods, those polyphenols, all those food, all those nutrients coming in our body. So our body's on fire, but that's why we need those other foods to help put out the fire. Researchers have finally determined that one of the most important contributors to heart disease, wrinkles, cancer, arthritis, and many of the other problems associated with getting older is that we're not getting enough antioxidants. We're just not getting enough antioxidants. This is what our food should look like. You don't have a variety of foods. Don't eat the same vegetables all the time or the same fruits. Change it up. So you see, goji berries, chocolate, broccoli, all these things, blueberries, seeds, almonds, bananas, apples, orange. So these are the things that our body should hopefully start craving once we start to put them in our body. Fruits and vegetables are loaded with plant compounds called phytonutrients, which also have antioxidant abilities. Some phytonutrients have shown to disable, do you hear me? Disable cancer causing substances as well. So if they can do that, wouldn't we want to put them in our body? Number three, omega-3 deficiency. People tell me my family, you're like, you're eating sardines again. You know how they said, well, they say our food is our medicine, guys. So when I found out how good sardines, that's my medicine. That's why I eat them all, not every day, but I would say almost 5 days a week. I eat sardines because they're full of the omega-3s is what we need. So let me tell you what are some of the benefits of having omega-3. No, what happens when you don't have omega-3s in your body? Cardiovascular health is at risk. Cognitive decline is at risk. So let me tell you a little bit about it. Cardiovascular, increased risk of heart attack, strokes, and high blood pressure. Cognitive decline, increased risk of depression, anxiety, Alzheimer's, dementia. Chronic inflammation accelerates the progression of diabetes, arthritis, cancer, and autoimmune disease. Metabolic health contributes to weight gain, obesity, and metabolic syndrome. Contributes to non-fatty liver, which can progress to liver cirrhosis or liver cancer. Immune function weakens immune function, making the body more susceptible to infections. And bone health increases the risk of osteoporosis, leading to fractures and a higher risk of complications, especially in older adults. Number four, 70% of our immune system is where? In the gut. Our brain, our gut. They are first cousins. They communicate, they talk to each other. So your brain is, I mean, your gut is your second brain. It's very, very important that we have and keep a healthy gut. Like I said, 70% of our immune system is in the gut, our microbiome. An unhealthy gut issues arise when our diet includes improper foods, like that second, like our new diet, right? Improper food choices and lacks sufficient fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics. Signs of gut issues. Then you think about this for yourself. Do you say, do I have any of these digestive issues? Do you have a problem in that area? Weakened immune system, absorption, where you can't even absorb your food, nutritional deficiencies, inflammation, skin problems, mental health challenges, weight management, hormonal imbalance, autoimmune conditions. Those are signs of unhealthy gut. Number five, oh my gosh, when you see this is a picture, right? But we said that lots live in the gut, right? These little worms, bugs, they're inside of our bodies. If you at any time in your life, and it's not just come from meat, you best believe you have parasites. But there was a time the parasites kind of stayed kind of in a closed area, but now they're running rampant throughout our body. They're running rampant throughout our bodies. Having parasite invasion, it causes infections, um, chronic infection and inflammation, leads to heart disease, diabetes, chronic fatigue, and autoimmune disorders. It's present in autopsies where parasites are invading our organs, our brain, our lungs, and liver. If you got bugs running around in your brain, it's nothing good can come from that. Mental health, parasites in the brain causes depression, anxiety, and even schizophrenia. So, what is the solution? So, that's a lot of doom and gloom, but guess what? There is a solution. So, these are 5 steps to general health. So, you again can keep taking your notes if you're taking notes. But let me give you a disclaimer first. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided herein is for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for advice from your physician or other healthcare professionals. If you are pregnant, if you are nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, please consult your healthcare provider before using any nutritional supplements. Individual results may vary. Now, number one, again, do you know your blood type? If you know your blood type, go ahead and put, I didn't ask you a while ago, but put it in the chat if you know your blood type. And then I'm going to ask Mike in just a couple of minutes to read off some of the blood types. But normally we have a few of everybody in there. And if you don't know, you could just say, I don't know. But we're going to make sure if you don't know, we're going to make sure you get to know your blood type. So your blood type, again, is a more reliable measure of your identity than race, culture, or geography. It is a genetic blueprint for who you are and a guide to how you can live most healthfully. Number two, you want to learn what's best. You want to learn what's best for you. Food that heals one can harm another. Like it's been said, one man's food can be another man's poison. Number three, you want to purchase the option that works best based on your goals. So number one, so we have some options on how you can, start getting your body healthier and knowing your blood type. So if you don't know your blood type, we have some kits where you can purchase some kits. Purchase a kit that can show you your blood type, give you a meal plan, and this is it's called our blood type support kit. So in this blood kit, which is only $59.95, I'm gonna tell you when I did my blood test, before I even knew anything about Icona, a few years ago now. I was visiting a friend in Phoenix, And I've been asking the doctors over and over, and I say for years for my blood, they never would give it to me. And I remember back in the day when I used to give blood, I knew it, but I had forgotten it. They would not give it to me. So I was visiting a friend in Phoenix, and she was going to get something injected or something, whatever. But then I noticed on their menu, on their that they had on their menu, on their board that they had, one of the things they did was blood types. And I asked, and so they charged me $130 to do that. And I did it because I had been wanting to do it. So you can do a kit that can tell you can learn, get a blood type test. You can get what we call these bitters. These bitters are something that when I say they're bitter, they are bitter. But Asia, there's like the bitter, the better. You want something that's going to start disturbing what's going on in that gut, right? And these bitters will do that. We have a detox meal plan. You get a simple meal replacement, like, and you get a fuel, a sample of our fuel. That's a meal replacement, and then you get to download individual blood, the list of foods that's best for your body. You get to download that as well, and you can do all of that for only $59.95. Now our second kit is $49.95. You get everything the same as number one, but if you know your blood type, you don't necessarily need that again. But I always say just buy the first one because I'm sure someone else that you love or care about don't know their blood type, so you can just pan that forward and give that to them as a gift because they do need to know. So first of all, you want to detoxify your blood cells. We have what I was telling you about. The flat belly bitters are a powerful tool for a quick 4-day detox, primarily due to its impact on the digestion and liver function. This is how it works. It boosts your digestion by stimulating the production of digestive enzymes, the bile and stomach acids, which are essential. Number two, it regulates appetite, reducing those cravings for unhealthy foods. A lot of people say, "Go, I just got to have it. I just got to have those sweets. I just got to have that fast food." They don't necessarily say, but they're craving it because they make food where you crave it. It starts to eliminate all that. It supports liver detoxification by filtering out toxins from the blood. It eliminates fat soluble toxins through the digestive system. It alkalizes the body and reduces inflammation, which our body is full of inflammation, and improves the microbiome, the gut, by promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria and inhibiting harmful bacteria. It targets this particular product targets 5 key areas. This is the world's first, you heard me mention in a minute, flat belly fuel. This is a meal replacement. And when I say it's amazing, it is amazing. I look at it as a treat, but I know it's doing my body so good. Some of the things that it does, it helps with antioxidant protection. It helps with those omega-3s that I told you about, those star things. It has that. It has your gut, your prebiotic, your probiotic, and fiber. We all need that. It eliminates those bugs out of our body, and it supports what? Your blood type. So this is another amazing product. Number two, it personalizes your wellness, your blood type. You get to learn your blood type. You get that in that kit. And then we have we also have a 7-day refresh, right? This is something that you say, I love the first kit, but this is another kit where you say, I love that, but you may want to do a little bit more. So this is called a 7-day refresh, and this is only 119. You see that picture? That picture, this is one of our beautiful ladies, Miss Bernadine Kirkland. This is her aunt. This is her aunt. She in 7 days, this is what she was able to do: eliminate 10 pounds of waste in 7 days. You see her that gut, that's that porta potty. She didn't have a real big porta potty, but she had something like that gut is extended. And in 7 days, you can see she got the butt up, the pants over her butt. She got a nice little curve in her butt, and she got, look how many holes is in that belt buckle, right? And she was able to eliminate waste. When you eliminate waste, you eliminate weight as well. And so we have in this one we have, like I said, we have our tea called a purifier, a liquid colamic, the eliminator of our eliminator, which eliminates those parasites and mucus. We have our regenerator, which restores the body with superfoods, fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics. And we have a QR code where you can scan and download your personalized blood type 21-day regimen. So you'll be able to see all the foods and stuff that you need to eat and things like that. And that's what this can help you do. and for only 119. And then you're like, I love that, I love that, but now you said, but I want to go a little bit longer than 7 days. If you can get those kind of results in 7 days, what can I do in 21 days? Exactly. So we have a 21-day reset. That's only 279. And I know people have paid up to almost $1,000 to get the kind of results that what we're offering right here. So we have everything in a 7 day that we moved over to a 21 day, because people have lost up to anywhere from 8 to 25, 30 pounds during this 21 day of waste, losing 25 to 30 some pounds of waste, you guys, waste. So this young man, I know him. And these pictures, these are not actors. These are people that we really know, right? This is Billy. He's had one of the most significant waste drop of waste than most that I've seen. I've seen a couple other people done like 28, 30 some pounds. Look at his gut. Look at that gut. Look at the gut. There's nothing healthy about that. But many of us, myself included, my gut is bigger than what I want. That's why I'm working on that thing and I'm getting it down. Okay. So 21 days later, he even got a definition. You're starting to see that hat coming in. You see the pack coming in, how much he's dropped 30 pounds of waste in 21 days. His body is thanking him over and over. Okay. Now, number 3, you can become a wellness influencer or certified coach. Transform your health and earn income doing it. You can gain access to all the products you need to elevate your health while earning 20 to 40% commission on all retail purchases made through your site, including your very own. Now, this picture right here, this is ageless health. This is ageless beauty right here, okay? This young lady, Ernestine Davis, she is now 64 years old, but she switched to foods tailored to her blood type, helped her lose belly fat, improved her digestion system, and she achieved 4th place in a bikini contest at 63 years young. Now, she was standing next to, like she said, to 20-year-olds, and this is her first contest, but she did it by putting the right foods in her body, right? Putting in the right foods. It changed her body, changed her health. And she came in 4th place, standing next to 20-some-year-olds. That's amazing. These other ladies also did it. This is Minister, like I said, Ernestine Davis at 63 at the time. Karen Carruthers, she was 52, and Yukam Palmer at 50 years old. They look amazing. They did those. They went after that. Some of them got their medals, and these are going against people doing those contests, those bikini contests, and they done amazingly well because they start putting the right foods in the body. Not to say you got to go do any contest. You're doing this for you, for your health, right? So I'm gonna give you some pictures. Don't lie. And again, these are not actors. These are people that we really know. This is Tanisha, day 1, 21 days. Uh, 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 15 days later, 21 pounds. And a lot of times you see it. Where do you see it? Right here in the gut. Right here in the gut. Look, she got definition. I mean, she look at that. Look at the curve. Oh, let me go back. I was saying this, the curve in her waist. You can see a significant difference there. Sometimes the scale don't even say it, but you see it in your inches and all that, and you see it in your clothes. You feel it in your clothes. You see the big hangover, day 1, 21 days later. Day 1, 21 days later. These are other pictures, other pictures of people who have had amazing results in those 21 days. Amazing results. You see a lot of it's right there in that gut. This is Jesus, or JC. I'm okay. No, hey, just a JC. Look at his gut. Oh my goodness. I think he also had like he was preparing triplets, but looking in 21 days, he dropped them triplets. He had it. He had those kids. He had it. He dropped them. He just dropped it in the toilet, but he dropped it. Minister Mooney said he dropped about 20 some pounds. He said he was carrying 20, but his twins were really small. But he said he dropped about 20 pounds on his time. And like I said, these are not actors, these are real people. This young lady, after doing her 21 days results, she was so excited. She said, I want the world to know what I went through. My results I had. She went on to write a book, and then she ended up saying she stayed on her journey. She said for she said, my 100-day results. She just kept going on after her 21 days to get her body in optimal health. So she wrote a book, my journey to her own uh, better health. So this is Miss Yvette. So now, like a lot of people, you probably hear them talking about now, how they're losing weight from actors, all kind of just people. It don't matter if you're rich or if you're poor. It don't matter. People are doing some things to get their body healthy. They're doing a lot of shooting. They're shooting their body with these products, to lose their weight, right? Well, we got a product that you need to take a shot, but it's not the way you think. And it's called hemp Govi. It is the game changer. You want to drink your way to slim. You want to take a shot, but a shot maybe in a shot glass and drink it down. Maybe a little bit more than that because about 4 ounces of water. So this is our hemp Govi. So instead of you shooting yourself with a needle, you can just take a shot and you can start to eliminate the waste. Him go and him eliminate the weight. I'm sorry. You want to eliminate the weight now. Him Govi is the shot worth taking. Our new line of drinkables allow you to ditch those injectables and drink your way to a slimmer waist and a flatter tummy. A slimmer waist and a flatter tummy. But this is doing it naturally. I absolutely love the hemp Gobi. It is truly a game changer. It is packed with powerful plant-based ingredients. Hemp Gobi works synergistically to target key areas of weight management while promoting overall wellness. It burns fat naturally, boosts your metabolism, curb your appetite, support digestive health, and promote overall balance. There's 8 key ingredients in the hemp Govi. We have our organic green tea, boosts metabolism and helps with fat burning, mental clarity, provides sustained energy. Organic hemp seed powder supports muscle recovery, improves heart health, enhances digestive and prolonged lasting energy. MCT coconut powder enhances digestive functions, promote fat burning, supports gut health, provides sustained energy. L-carnitine supports fat metabolism, improves exercise performance, enhances duration and muscle fatigue. Conjugated linoleic acid (CLA) supports fat loss, preserves lean muscle mass, reduces inflammation, and supports metabolism. Ashwagandha powder reduces stress and anxiety, enhances endurance, supports hormone balance. Rosea extract boosts mental focus, reduces fatigue, enhances physical performance, and supports mood and insulin, aids digestion, promotes gut-friendly bacteria, and enhances nutrient absorption and weight management. I normally don't read all that, but it's so important about what you put in your body. That can't go. When I say it's making a difference, I'm in a pair of pants I couldn't fit a couple months ago. I got them on and they look really cute. I'm excited about this hemp Govi. You hear me? Um, the cannabis and when you talk about cannabis and the blood type diet, I want you to again not focus on what you think you know about cannabis. I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. Cannabis reduces inflammation. It helps manage stress and improve digestion. It lowers stomach acid, higher stress, and susceptibility to heart disease. It lowers that susceptibility to autoimmune condition and nervous disorders. It's a higher risk of inflammatory conditions, arthritis, and over-acidity, sensitivity to digestive and immune stressors. It helps reduces those things, you guys. None of us want that in our body running around. We want to get it out of our body or reduce it and keep on till it's gone. By leveraging the properties of CBD and cannabis alongside the blood type diet, individuals may achieve a more balanced, harmonious approach to wellness tailored to their unique biological predispositions. The endocannabinoid, the ECS, we all have it. It's connected to our kidneys, our lungs, our heart, almost everything, so many things in our bodies is connected to those things. And that's our, we call it the ECS system. And then why they don't teach this in school, I mean, or even in the I don't know why. Well, a lot of it, it was again about the money, right? But cannabis is a holistic, guys, cannabis is a holistic solution. Unlike pharmaceuticals that often target single symptoms that on the can nah, cannabinoids can well, I can't even say the word today. Cannabinoids interact with the ECS to provide systemic benefits, offering a more natural approach to health and wellness. It brings the body back into balance. And that's what we're all thriving to do. Balance, you over here, we want to continue and bring it back to balance. We just got to keep going until we get there. But you can get there. And this is one of the ways that it can happen. What is CBD? CBD is a compound that naturally occurs in the industrial hemp. One of the more it's out of the more than 85 different cannabinoids. It is the second most common next to delta 9 tetracannabinoid THC. Unlike THC, CBD is non-psychotropic. You don't get high on CBD. No matter what you think you know something, we got to unlearn what we think we know, because you do not get high on CBD. Even though they try to put a black flag over CBD, it's really something very good for your health. And then we talk about THCA. It is a compound that naturally occurs in industrial hemp, just like CBD. Out of the more than 100 different cannabinoids, the THCA is a psychoactive precursor to the THC. It's found in raw cannabis when heated though, but when heated through smoking, vaping, or cooking, yeah, you're going to get that psychoactive compound. And a lot of people want that, which is totally perfectly fine, but you still get the benefits as well. So it's time to elevate, you guys. It's time to elevate. We have formulated our proprietary blends of herbs and botanicals to elevate your well-being. So we have amazing products, third party tested. When I say we have amazing products, I'm just not talking. These products are amazing. And we have over 30 some thousand customers who come back and tell other customers who's coming back to order these products because they are amazing. Raw cannabis, when you talk about raw cannabis, that's the THCA. Okay. We have that, and it aligns with plant-based diets. It's offering therapeutic benefits without the high, similar to juicing like cannabis, leaves or flowers. So we have it's called raw cannabis, and it helps with this arthritis, autoimmune disorder, anti-inflammatory, neuroprotective, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson, Alzheimer's, chronic pain, cancer. You think about it. Who do you know that this product can help? Who do you know CBD can help? It can help everybody, right? It helps our body to heal, to bring our body back into balance. We have what we call RSO, Rick Simpson oil. It's a cannabis extract formulated by a Canadian medical marijuana activist using the whole cannabis plant for maximum cannabinoids, including THCA, CBD, and terpenes. Acana follows this standard formula to deliver exceptional results. This particular product, it helps with pain, anxiety, sleep, Parkinson's, anti-inflammatory, stimulates appetite, neurological and antioxidants. So these are some amazing products that does a lot of amazing things to help your body get better and feel better. Number 4, we transform your diet and dramatically improve your health. Now, we want to break the cycle of generational illness. We don't want to keep pushing it down just because grandma had it, granddaddy had it, Uncle Flu had it. We don't want to keep passing it down, and you don't have to. You can share the gift of health, inspire others to create generational health with your success story. You want to support your family's unique health journey. Now, we have a comprehensive health test that you can download. That value is worth $1,000 because it has your omega 3 panel, your gut check, vitamins and minerals, and heart, liver, kidneys, where you can get a bioscan. So we have that offer, but of course we won't charge you that. We have $189 special. You don't have to pay. And that's why we brought it way down, because we want you to get. We're not trying to break the bank. We just want you to make sure that you get what you need to bring your body back to balance, to help bring it back to balance. However, another way to even bring it down more, if you decide you want to enroll in one of our auto ships, you can add the comprehensive test, all those things for just a $50 upgrade. If you get like a product, like one of those kits or whatever, or you want to order a product and you have the auto ship where it comes to you every month, where you could do that 7 day, or those bitters or what have you, to keep your body healthy. So if we continue to, because what we do, we are continually putting food in our bodies every day. But we have to make sure we continue to eliminate. Because like I said, most people can around seven meals a day in their gut. So we need to eliminate, and having a auto ship and that coming around every month, and you doing it, you will start to do that even better and better. We have over 70 plus products. Common, we have like products for energy, essential oils, relief, hair product, amazing hair product, culinary. We have products for any and everyone. So, and you want to say, because our health legacy, what you want to create and pass to your future generations. Food that heals one, like I told you before, can harm someone else. So let's go over this again. We said option one, the blood type kit. Option two, you want to do your wellness, your blood type, learn your blood type. Option two. Number three, become an influencer. When you become an influencer, not only are you able to use the products, have access to all these products, you can also have a second income as well as you help others. You're also helping yourself and your purse, right? Your pocketbook. And then you may say, why do I want to become an influencer? But let me tell you, it was a beautiful lady. As you can see this picture, Stormy Steele. She was our first TikTok streamer to sell over $1 million worth of product in one session. These are some beauty products, right? She did that in a million products in one session. But if you think that's something, look at this other guy, I'm not exactly sure he's Jackie, or not exactly sure he says his name, but him, this is a man, achieved over 1.7 billion with a B, as in boy, in sales in 12 hours, not 12 days, not 12 months, not 12 years. He achieved 1.7 billion in sales in 12 hours, streaming in China, selling what? Tennis shoes? No. Clothes? No. Lipstick. Lipstick. Huge influencer. So influencers, it's important. We need more. We need more. So it's a game changer. Influencers hold the power to shape brand perception, drive massive sales, and create personal connection with audiences. Those who ignore this trend risk falling behind in a rapidly evolving digital economy. The influencer economy isn't just a trend, it's the future, guys, of marketing. Now, the time is now. The influencer business is booming. Viral trends like TikTok made me buy it. Yes, and it's made me buy a lot of things too. It has reshaped consumer behavior, driving millions in product sales. The influencer market is currently at 33 billion globally, projected to reach 107 to 190 billion by 2030. That's in 5 years. 5 years. So you see, the trend is going up, not coming down, it's going up. So you may think you might want to be a part of that. So we have what we call a wellness influencer pack that you can buy. You can get involved becoming influencer just by purchasing this pack. It's only $3.99. You get several. You get several products. You become influencer, and you can make up to 20 to 40% commission in sales. And this is an amazing way to get started with us. We would love for you to be a part of us and do this. We also have where you can become a certified wellness coach, where you get certified in blood testing, you get certified in bioscanning, and you get a chance to get over I think almost $2,500 worth of product, you guys. That's product for you to use, to share, to sell, to give away, however you want to do it. But you have those products to help to bring your body and a lot of other people's body back to balance. Now, our goal is to empower over 1 million families to improve their overall health and wellness. And we have what we call blue zones. There are only 6 in the world. Only 6. We have one in the US called Loma Linda, one in Costa Rica, Italy, Greece, Japan, and Singapore. These are 6 areas in the world where people eat far less animal meat and live longer than average. I was looking at some people in the blue zones where they were like in their hundreds or darn near hundreds, still riding bikes, still jumping in schools. Look, they come down like they're sitting on their heels, like they're in their knees. I said, my knees would be crying. These are much older people living an amazing life, much older and much older in their older years. So, it was a young man who wrote that book, Eat Right for Your Blood Type, Mr. Peter Adamo, and Eat Right. You learn, if you don't have this book, this is one you may want to get. You want to eat right for your blood type. I forgot to show that a while ago. So we want to help at least 1.5% of the United States. We want to help them. We want to show you how you can start learning how to eat for your blood type. And we want to hit over 5 million people. That's what we're aiming for, to hit over 5 million people. But if we just don't do that, but if we do that at $50, that equals to 250 millions in sales. So again, that influencer, okay? This can help. Can you imagine the sales are great, but how many people we're now helping that they learn their blood type? However, that's in the perfect world. But let's just say if 80% of those people say no, I don't want any part of it, that's okay, I'm good. Like we did at one time in the United States, you still would impact 1 million people. We're going to do, and that's what we're aiming to do, to impact 1 million or more people. Now, let me tell you a little bit about business. When you get in a business, you want to get it when it's at breaking ground. Okay, because that's where the biggest money happens, right? Um, they say the first 100,000 people to the first 150 involved in a business will earn up to 80%, 80 of the wealth of the company. That's down here, guys. That's the pioneering stage. That's where mistakes are happening. We tried this and we maybe tried that. We're breaking it down, right? We're trying to break it down so we can make a smooth path for those to come. But we're there at the beginning. That's the best time to get in. We're formulating now. But you know what? That's in that 150,000 people. But as we go up, we hit that 200, that 300, that 400, that 500 some thousand, 600 some thousand, and we keep going, momentum. Then we stabilize. Once we get to stabilization, you missed the curve. This is called the S curve. You missed it. Right now, we we have less than 20 some thousand distributors, way less than that. We're still in the base, we're still formulating, we're still figuring it out. But we've been around for 6 years and we're going strong. So I would say if you're even thinking about something that you heard or whatever, I would say think about this. This is an amazing company to be a part of. Harvard Business School says select a company at least 18 months old. What I just say, we're just celebrated 6 years. 90% of the companies failed their first 18 months. Well, we're way past that. And according to Harvard Business School, if a company has less than 500,000 people, it is a great opportunity. If it has less than 100K, that's us, is an opportunity of a lifetime. So, guys, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. So I hope you heard something or you saw something that would say that you want to be a part of us, because we would love to have you a part of us. And I want to say this is the end of the presentation. So I want to ask if anyone has any questions before I give you back your Saturday, your Mother's Day weekend, because and I hope, like I said, if you know anyone and if something you heard, you go back and tell them, I heard something amazing today. And we need to start seeing what we can do to help our health. And we also need to see what we can do to help our pocketbook. So this is our end of our presentation. I want to thank you all for coming. And if anybody have any questions, please, please, please let us know. I forgot to ask somebody for a testimony. I apologize for that. But we are still here. If anybody, while I'm still here, I haven't stopped yet. So if anyone want to give us, let me see who's on today. Thank you, darling. Bernadine, matter of fact, go ahead and unmute if you would. I'm trying to see. I don't know who's all on here. Can you give us a quick testimony? I heard you say some things about your about. You want to give us a quick testimony because I definitely forgot to ask about it earlier before we go out. I don't know. Maybe she can't unmute. If not, Bernadine, can anyone, Michelle, can you unmute or Miss Darcy, Margaret?
My question to you, well done, Rachelle, is how much have you lost on him, Gobi? I want a
Don't even
testimony
know.
from you. That's what I
You
want.
know what? I don't even know how much I like. I don't even like the scale, but I do go by
Mhm.
my clothes, right? I go by
Yeah,
my clothes.
right.
And when I tell you, my sister gave me because she lost a lot of weight, and she lost a lot of weight. So she had all these jeans she was giving to me. I said, I'm not in them yet, but I'll get in them. I'm not in them yet. So I just tried on a pair today. I hadn't tried them on in a while, and I just pulled them up, and so
Mhm.
stuff is working. It's just working. It's working. It's working. And I'll tell anybody, and I have to admit, at one time I said, you know what, I'm sick of this weight. It's just not coming up. Doctor, can you just give me those shots? I didn't really want it, but I was at that point where something's got to give. I didn't try everything. And then COVID came into my life. When I tell you I'm excited about that, because they said I could not lose weight until I get my hormones in balance, my
Right.
metabolism. But they said I couldn't. When I went through menopause, that's when all the weight came. And I had been trying for years. And I just at a point where and then Gobi came in my life. And I'm just like, I'm so thankful. So that is yeah, I'm thankful. So I know if that starts to get in balance, because not only does weight bring just where you can't fit clothes, it brings other things with. I never had problem with blood pressure. I never had problem with cholesterol. I never had problem with my A1C. My doctor just said, you want to help these people I know. But I went through menopause, and so I wasn't so much in that. And I was so mad because there was nothing I could do to make that stop. So now that Hemgovi, these other products, CBD, and all these things that's helping to bring my body back to balance, I'm all for it. So yeah, that is my own testimony, and that's what I'm standing by. That's what I'm
Well,
standing by.
so the only thing I wanted to share was, since we've been on this journey 5-6 years with accounting, we started with the bitters,
The bitters, okay.
which was a part of the starter kit, right? And so
Mhm.
I lost weight with the bitters and the gummies that we had at that time. And then I
Okay.
used the fuel. And so I can't do the hemp Gobi. I am thin as I can. I'm like, I'm trying to gain a little weight. So
Okay.
I want some more testimonies from
Mhm.
people who are using the hemp Gobi. So if you could start measuring yourself and maybe
Okay.
weighing yourself so that we can get some of those on record, because it's everybody that's using it. Mom Mitchell, I think Bernadine's using it.
Yeah, I think
We need those testimonies. But
definitely,
congratulations
definitely.
to
Thank
you.
you. Right. Well, thank you for that. Thank you. I was gonna say I could always get my own testimony because now I do have one. So I'm very excited about sharing that. I mean, I got the before pictures, I said, and I will start to post those. Not yet though, but when I get to where start posting them. I don't know. We're gonna see. But yeah, because it gives you something like, oh my gosh. And then you can see how it just, I'm just letting it do its thing, because it's telling off on itself. So I'm very excited about that. But like you said, we do need more of those. So if anybody have anything else to say, if not, I'm gonna give you back your Saturday. It's 12 up, right? 12:01. I'm gonna stop this recording.
Good job, Rochelle.
Yeah.
You